you don't know, you're about to know right now. You're about to learn. Education. I'm Quindell Evans, bluepoetry.com, and this is the Blue Poetry Podcast, where we speak about the habits that it takes to create a successful life and the habits that it takes to overcome and break through a stressful life. You feel me, them? Because that's what we want to do. We want to create success and break stress. Break through it, destroy it. You feel me? Overcome it. Stress is inevitable, but how we deal with it determines our results. You feel me? Stress isn't a bad thing. Stress isn't a good thing. Stress can cause bad things to happen, but stress can cause good things to happen. Just like success. Alright, so on today's episode, we're speaking about the 9 steps to the millennial mindset of success. You feel me? The 9 steps to the millennial mindset of success. Last episode was step number 1, which is make failure your friend. This episode is step number 2, which is start doing that one thing. You feel me? Start doing that one thing. Everybody has that one thing that fulfills them, that literally fills them with joy, that literally puts a smile on their face just to think about it, that literally puts them in a meditative state just to do it. You know, for some people, it's coding. You know, they like to code. Some people like to do art and draw. Some people like to sing. Some people like to farm or grow plants. You know, like these are habits, activities that certain people do that puts them in a very blissful state, that one thing that makes them happy. That's step 2 to the millennial mindset of success. Find that one thing that you absolutely enjoy, that literally fills you up, that literally makes you glow, you know, and never stop doing it. That one thing might not be the thing that makes you money, but that's not a problem. That's not a concern. The concern is whether or not you're going to continue to do it. Whether or not you're going to continue to express yourself in that way. Because if that's the thing that makes you genuinely happy, then there shouldn't be, the fact that you can't monetize this activity shouldn't make you stop. You feel me? You can't monetize your happiness. Start doing that one thing. That's the millennial mindset to success. Step number 2. Because that one thing, even though it may not be, even though you may not be able to monetize it, it can push you to monetize something, you know? For example, I don't know what my one thing is, but I feel like I do. You feel me? Because I have so many different things that fills me up, you know. I express myself creatively in so many ways. But if I had to pick that one thing, I would say that one thing is music. I love making music, whether writing it, freestyling, whatever. Just like, I love making music. And just like I just said, I might, you know, if I am not able to monetize it, doesn't mean I'm gonna stop. You feel me? I've been making music for years. You know, you put a lot of money into making music, if you don't know. And it's not an immediate return unless you have, you know, the plans and the backing, the people. You know what you're doing. You have to have a strategy. You feel me? But for me, just the act of making music puts me in a blissful state. It literally makes me feel way more confident. You know, like if I write a song today, I'm radiant. I'm feeling more confident. I'm feeling more one with myself just because I wrote a song. So I'll never stop writing music because of the feeling that it instills me with. Regardless if I'm able to make money off of it or not. So I'll never stop doing it. But what I do in order to allow it to push me to make money is, when I'm working on other projects, I write a song for the projects. You feel me? So for Pick Up Poetry, the educational playing card game that I created, also wrote a song for Pick Up Poetry. I actually wrote a whole album. So there's a song for every poetic element: metaphor, simile, hyperbole, rhyme, alliteration, repetition, personification, oxymoron, and onomatopoeia. I wrote a song for each poetic element that's a part of the card game. So I'm allowing that one thing that I love to do that makes me feel good to push me creatively and assist me along my projects. So if you just can't stop knitting, but you want to be a real estate agent or a real estate investor, knit something that reminds you of real estate. Knit something that motivates you to make a deal, to sell a house, to whatever. Something like that, like if you just love writing, but you don't necessarily have the drive to make it a business. Whatever you have, whatever business idea you have, fuse it with writing, so it can push you. Fuse, that one thing you love to do with the one thing that you have to do in order to make money, if you understand what I mean. If you work somewhere, but you love to do something other than your work, learn how to make that thing that you love to do motivate you to work, and vice versa. So start doing that one thing that keeps you, because that is the one thing that will remind you to stay focused on your business. That's the one thing that will remind you to stay focused on your entrepreneurial skills. That will be the one thing that keeps you level-headed when things are really, really hard, because there's going to be hard times. There's going to be times where you fail. You feel me? And that thing can push you, can ground you, can bring you back, to life, can literally remind you why you're doing it. That is kind of like your purpose. It's not your purpose, but it's a purposeful action. It's something that you purposefully do every day. So therefore, hold on to that one thing. Never let it go. Start doing that one thing. You feel me? That is step 2 to the millennial mindset of success. Step 2 of 9. Step 2 of the 9 steps to the millennial mindset of success is start doing that one thing and never stop, because that one thing is what's gonna keep you when it feels like things are trying to make you stop, when it feels like when the obstacles and challenges are really pressing. That one thing will be the thing that keeps you alive, that keeps you motivated to do what you have to do for yourself, for your business, for your family, for your dreams, for your creativity, for your goals. You feel me? So start doing that one thing. If you don't know, you're about to know right now. You're about to learn. Education. Let's go.